Hello, everyone. I'm Patrick Henry, and I'm here to side with the Anti-Federalist Party. The constitutional document that the Federalists are proposing just doesn't make sense. If we choose to accept the Constitution as the supreme guiding document of our country, we are doomed to run into the same problems we did with the British. First off, this Constitution gives the federal government too much power over commerce. Any law regarding commerce should not be passed unless three-fourths of the members in each member of Congress agree with it. The Federalists, on the other hand, are willing to settle for a simple majority vote to pass issues on commerce. Commerce is a major issue, and if we are to continue growing as a country, we need to be sure that three-fourths of our congressmen agree to pass legislation on it. Secondly, this proposed constitution takes too much power away from the state militias. The federal government should not have complete power over militias in any circumstance. Remember, the reason we are a free country now is because our militias were willing to stand up and fight. If the government has power over the militias, we as citizens will never be able to challenge them or fight for our natural rights. The federal government having power over the militias already has failed one time with the British, and we are doomed to repeat ourselves if we allow this to continue. Third, in Article 2 of the Constitution, the Federalists give too much power to the President. Allowing such a leader to have the power to reject bills proposed by Congress is ridiculous. The last thing that our country needs after this revolution is another king. If we choose to pass this Constitution, we will be dealing with another king who takes away the rights of the people in the near future. This Constitution should not be passed as the supreme law of our land for three major reasons. It gives the government too much power over commerce, takes away the rights of our beloved militias, and also will allow the President to become far too powerful and rule our country like a king. A federal government may be necessary, but certainly not one with this power. Vote no on the Constitution.
I'm Alexander Hamilton, and I side with the Federalist Party. The first attempt that our country has made in establishing a government, the Articles of Confederation. I understand that we do not want to establish too strong a federal government, but if we don't delegate some powers to it, this country will never work out. First off, under the Articles of Confederation, the federal government didn't even have the power to directly tax the people. I'm no fan of taxes myself, but if we don't allow the government to have power to tax, we'll be unable to pay off foreign debts, establish a national defense, or create a respectable foreign diplomacy. Secondly, this constitutional document certainly places restrictions on the powers of the federal government. The only powers that this new government would have would be expressed in the Constitution, and they would be unable to create unjust laws that oppress the rights of citizens. Third, the Constitution includes a separation of powers. By splitting the powers of government into three different branches, we remove the possibility of any tyranny. No one group or specific person can have any more power than the other. This system of checks and balances allows each branch to limit the other, thus preventing the possibility of one branch having an excessive amount of power. For these reasons, we ratify the Constitution. We all can agree that we do not want the federal government to have enough power to restrain the rights of the people, but we also need to understand that the only way to accomplish anything as a country is to delegate some powers to the government. The Articles of Confederation proposed a government that was far too weak and would never be able to accomplish anything in a global stage. Let's ratify this Constitution and make ourselves known as a free, independent country.